All right, good afternoon, everybody. We got see, that is 9 knives up there. Third coat of lacquer on there drying. And once again, it's cold today. It's not bad cold like it was yesterday. At least the sun is out. So once the lacquer dries on those, all that's left is final sharpen and polish. I will start working on the sheaves tomorrow. I should be able to get them all done tomorrow, I hope. There's one more on the table over here. One I hadn't made in a long time. That's a bull cutter. And we'll see that one. Maybe today, it depends. I don't know how much more I can get done today. But that is the knife work for today. And I'll put the other video up about the big Bowie knife here. I'll put that one up first. Y'all take a look at that. It's a sad day for me and for a lot of us, so you'll understand when you watch the other video. Now, come up with something else this weekend. Let's go outside and take a look at something. Boat project. All right, I pulled the prop and checked the motor out. The seals in the bottom end are leaking. When I pulled the drain plug to see how much oil was left in there, there was no oil. Got about a quart or so of water came out of there. So now this boat hadn't been in the water but just 2 or 3 times with this motor since I've had it. So I've had the bottom end apart once before. It's not a lot of videos online. There's a couple of fairly good ones to how to work on these old motors, but I don't know if I got to pull the foot back off. I may can take this piece out here because there's a couple of big O-rings in there that seal all that up, which I think is the problem because the oil is leaking out of here, and I just assumed that the water is going in the same place. And I have made a decision that I'm going to fix that, and I'm going to do it myself because there's no way I can afford to have it done if I can even find anybody that'll do it. Now, down here on the Gulf Coast, the area I live in is boats everywhere. Boat shops everywhere. They all cater to tourists and big money guys. You can't hardly find nobody that'll work on an old motor that I know of, and I've tried. So, and if you can find somebody to work on one, the rate they charge is just ridiculous for, you know, people like me. Can't afford that. So, I know a lot of people think differently, but, you know, we just plain old poor folks do everything we can to survive and make a living. So, I'll do it myself. Now, the problem with the power lift. I have found online some aftermarket lifts that will probably work. I'm gonna have to research that a little bit more. But until this motor is right 100% to where I can go out and use it like it's supposed to be used, it's gonna sit right here. Even after all the work I've done, everything else is fine. So this is the next concentration on this boat. Now what I did, I went out and drug, that's the Wallace 4. This is the Wallace 3. Wallace 3 being this is the 3rd boat I've ever owned. Now I ran this old boat for almost 20 years with my little 25 Johnson on it, which I still have. It's been put away properly. And I had it back behind the shop here. So I drug it out. It's in rough shape because I've just let it sit. But this is fiberglass. I mean, it's in rough shape. Paint's peeling. See there? But the hull is solid. The sides are solid. The transom is in good shape. I rebuilt all this once before. And I have put 2 floors in it. But when I put the floors in it, I could not afford treated plywood, so it rotted again. So for not a lot of money, being as I have everything, the trailer needs some work too, but so I have almost everything to rig it back up. Motor, I've got an extra trolling motor, I've got an extra live well pump, got an extra bilge pump. So all of that will go back in here just like it used to be. And I can get that done much quicker than I can that big motor. So over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to start working on this one and get it back in shape. I regret really taking it apart and leaving it laying like I did, but doesn't matter. What's done is done. So now we got to fix it back up. Now, one thing I didn't realize is how much smaller this boat is than that one. This is 14 foot, like I said, 14 foot fiberglass. This is a Lancer. And I have run many mile of water and caught many hundreds of fish in this old boat. So I don't see why it won't still work. And there ain't nothing wrong with having two boats. Just the registration and all that'll be a little bit rough, but pardon me, I get out here in this wind. So that is a upcoming project. After I get these knives done, I've got to get these done and mailed out, and that will all happen this week. And as far as Christmas knife orders, it's almost too late. No, I'm not going to have time to get much out, which means Christmas is going to be very thin around here again this year, but that's okay. It's not about being able to just have money and give stuff away, although giving is part of it, but it just ain't gonna happen for us this year. But that's okay too. Everybody's still happy, everybody's still healthy, and we are very thankful for that. So keep an eye out for this. I'll have this up here in a couple of weeks. Hopefully we'll have it up and running and back on the road, back on the water I should say. So let me see if I can get back to work right quick. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for your support. Sorry about the wind noise, but the wind is a blowing. It is cold. I'm going back in.